Paul, 7 games to go, 21 points to play for, 6 available over Easter. Are we into sort of season-defining territory over the next week, or is that me getting carried away with it?
No, I think that's fair to say. Like in recent weeks, I've always said, don't pick up points. It's not the end of the world. There's always another game, always another game. But a couple of weeks ago, I thought 4 or 5 wins would be enough. I still think 4 or 5 wins will be enough, but 4 or 5 wins out of 10 games, it sounds a lot easier than 4 or 5 out of 6 or 7 games. So yeah, I think we're getting to the stage where I'm not saying we're in last chance saloon bar, and obviously the other teams around us have got to win, but we need to pick up points, and hopefully our good parts of the performance on Saturday we can take into this game, these 2 games in quick succession.
I know it can be hard to sort of separate result from performance sometimes, but were there things you were happy with against Ipswich?
Yeah, there was things I was disappointed with. We obviously as well. So I can't sit here and say everything's saccharine. I just didn't think we had much confidence in our play in the first 15 minutes, which is disappointing because we're playing at home, and I know Ipswich were a very good side and best team in the league. But I still fancy us on our best day. And when we had our best moments in the game, we were unplayable really. And I spoke to their manager after, and very complimentary of, we're the hardest opponents he's played in a long period, but we come away with nothing. And we just can't waste a 10-minute period of the game, be it the start, the end, whatever the case may be. So there are positives to take, but, we are running out of games to pick up points. Obviously we've all been in football for years and know how quickly it can change, but we are looking for a positive performance and a positive result on Saturday, but I am aware of how difficult it is. You could argue that Forest Green are in better form than us. If you take the league table out of it, they probably are. So we're going to have to move the ball quickly. I saw the Sheffield Wednesday game, I've seen the Plymouth game and the Portsmouth game. So we're going to have to move the ball quickly, and we're going to have to, be competitive because they can play. They're a good footballing side when they got the ball. As they'll probably say about us. So I know it's going to be a difficult match, but these 2 games coming up, we need to pick up points.
Do you think, and this is a more general question, how often do you think teams sort of are in the image or sort of a representation of their manager? Because I think you like your teams to be the way you were, hard-working, energy, all about that sort of thing. Yeah,
good question. I think it's not as extreme as like you end up looking like your dog or vice versa, but I do think however the manager sees football, how he wants it to be played, and possibly how he played, obviously rubs off onto the players without a shadow of a doubt. So let the lads know how much I want them to, play forward, finish with crosses, finish with shots, back everything up, leave everything out there. They understand that part of it, and I can't complain about it. They leave everything they have out there for me. So in that respect, and the same with, at Forest Green, they've played with a real character and been really difficult to beat. They've suddenly gone from, conceding X amount of shots to, I think they concede 10 less shots a game now since they've changed the manager. And obviously they've had a massive turnover of players in January, but I do think they have his fighting spirit and character, which is an essential part of all team sport.
The Sheffield Wednesday win for them obviously was massive. What did you see in that game for Forest Green?
Well, in fairness, Forest Green could have scored 3 or 4 goals in that game. When they get the ball back, they cause problems. They're good at counter-attack. And Sheffield Wednesday didn't really create a lot. So what I did see is, from that home performance especially, is that, if you don't move the ball quick enough, they're resilient, they work really hard. The 2 strikers really midfielder players that drop in. The 2 wide men cause problems coming inside the pitch. But they work hard and they're a really cohesive unit. And against anyone, if they're well coached and well organised and motivated, they're difficult to break down. So I did see that part of them without the ball, but with the ball, they're really smart. They're all comfortable on the ball. They're happy to play out. They're happy to go around the corners blind, and they can cause you problems. So every game is a difficult game. I'm not sitting here pretending this is any easier or any harder than Ipswich. It's just different. It's just different. It's on a smaller pitch. And they will ask us a lot of questions, and we need to be at our best if we're going to come away with anything.
And on you, and your side, I mean, there's no getting away from the fact that it's not a great run at the moment, but it's not so long ago you won 6 in a row and went 15 unbeaten. I mean, how far away are you from those sort of performances do you think, and results?
I think there's parts of our play in all the games that I feel like is us at our best. We probably haven't, my biggest bugbear is I don't think we've been as ruthless as we should be, and goals change games massively. So, you know, the game last week against Ipswich, first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, they were significantly the better side, right? And that's how football is sometimes. They score a very, very good counter-attack goal, although we could have stopped it, but every goal could be stopped. But we had a really good chance with Didsey with a header, which, you know, if you asked him, he's disappointed he didn't score. And we could have gone in at half-time 1-1 against the best team who haven't conceded in 6 or 7 games. We have a disallowed goal, an unfair disallowed goal, then we could have gone on and won the game. And I could be sitting here doing a completely different interview with you. And it's just them moments. And I appreciate, you know, if you're a fan listening to me going, that's right, you're saying there's moments, it's everything else. But it's the goals that sway games. It's the, you know, the goals that you leave the ground sometimes and the team have won 2-0. They haven't played that great, but they've won 2-0. So I think there's massive parts of our play that are positive. But the entirety of it, you need it to win games. You need that lucky bounce. You don't need the ball to hit the crossbar and hit your goalkeeper on the back of the neck. And a lot of it does come down to fortune. But a lot of that you control. A lot of it, the 1v1s, can we be better at 1v1s? Can we be brave when we haven't got the ball? So there's pockets of us, when we having a bad run. But there's pockets of our play which is excellent. And there was pockets of our play, if you watch the game back against Ipswich, which was excellent. But it's just in them moments we just haven't been good enough to win. And fundamentally, you know, when you're that close to winning, you could be that far away from winning, because from everyone involved in football, it feels the same. Like, no football fan should be listening to me talking, going, oh yeah, but it's all right losing at home to 2-0 at Ipswich. I don't expect any football fan to think that. No member of staff thinks that, no player thinks that. But the differences between winning and losing aren't that catastrophic. And hopefully we're on the right side this weekend to win a game. And if we do win, it won't be because we've had 300 shots and they've had 1. It will be on the most finite details. And hopefully we have enough this weekend or over the course of the 2 games to pick up points to get ourselves right back in it.